Yeah.
So it's like man squared.
Cubed today.
Cubed.
Cubed.
See that math? I just did math.
You did.
That was quick.
Is that right? Cubed? When you have 3?
I think so.
I'm proud of you.
To the third power.
In fact, I've never been more proud of you than I am right now.
And that's saying a lot. So we'll get to some of Dave's financial questions, but we want to just be sure you check in, have any comments you want to make. In fact, we were talking earlier, you should, while I get this set up, you should remind people of your bad move thinking something you do with the guys is funny with the wife. And then we'll share some follow-up.
Yeah, as an early married guy, I thought, she's like one of us, right? We're this team, and we practical joke each other and things like that.
She picked me.
Yeah, because she wanted the jokes. It was for the jokes. And so she's getting ready one morning, and she's in the bathroom in the shower, and I thought, I'm just going to stick a big cup of water in the freezer for a few minutes, and then I'm going to walk in and surprise my wife. So I get the cup of cold water, freezing water now, and I walk in there, and I kind of open the door quietly, and I peel back the curtain, and she looks at me, and I toss the water on her. And she was not amused one iota, not one bit. She didn't find any humor in the joke.
Women don't get humor.
It's like she didn't understand how funny it was, right? I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
Is it just
Too bad.
me? Is it me?
I thought it was funny, Dave.
Well, I did at
The
first
pastor's
too.
not getting
Dude,
involved.
I was laughing. I thought, that's how we do these things. Like you, and we're married and all, right? And she wasn't laughing, so I realized in about 10 seconds it wasn't very funny.
So I have a question, though. I have a question.
Yeah.
What if it was flipped?
You would have laughed and said, I'm going to get you.
That's exactly right. I would think, why didn't I think of that?
You would have been like, oh, wow, you picked a glass? That was a mistake because I'm getting a bucket.
Yes.
Right? And we have a number of responses coming in. Eva going, big mistake.
Thank you, Ian.
Angie going, oh, no.
No.
Right.
No. And then we even had Carrie giving us just the emoji of a face palm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of like a Ginsu knife commercial, though, but wait, there's more. So
And,
that trend continued for a while until I just learned, just stop it.
And so if you're just tuning in, we had someone text us and say, oh, Dave, basically, rookie mistake. Why didn't you instead go down in the basement, turn off the hot water valve for about 3 seconds, and then listen for like a scream, and then turn it back on, and she won't know what happened. And gratefully, I have to get to it. Where? Oh, here it is. Gratefully, somebody texted us and said, it could actually be a way, Dave, if you do that, to get new tools. You could go, so you're saying the water got cold. Let me look into that. I need to go to Home Depot, get a couple tools, maybe go to Kime Lumber.
Yeah. Kime lumber, you could fix it there for sure.
That's for you, Dave.
Yeah.
So, there was a statement you made that it happened early in your marriage.
Yes.
Can we uncover that? Like, how? Like, was it like the first 2 months, or was it like the first 5 years?
I was like 10 years in for that.
Well, the shovel was a long way in. Was a pretty long way in my marriage.
But you're like me. You're testing where is the humor boundary.
I have
does
definitely
it
found
change?
the boundary and gone past the boundary. I'm like on other people's property. I'm so past that boundary. But
So for one of my good friends, Charlie, for him, it's all about the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that what it is for you? Like the story, like the shovel, you knew it would cross the boundary.
no, I didn't.
But it's
I didn't. I really thought she's going to be really surprised by the red shovel.
And she'll go like, oh, you got me. Ha ha ha.
But my
And
wife,
we laugh, but it's like, you thought that.
one of my
didn't you?
wife's love languages is gifting.
Oh,
So she loves to buy gifts for her. And when she,
And you knew this when you bought the shovel.
I should have known. I should have known. The water thing was early, and it was like in the first 4 months. So I could get away with, I could have that one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I'm learning.
First 4 months,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
But the shovel was pretty far in. So my wife
how
was like,
far in was the shower one though?
4 months.
Oh,
So that's a pass.
understand. You get a pass for
Right, because you're
sure.
learning. Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Greg Smalley from Focus on the Family. one of his early mistakes was his wife. One day they're laying in bed, they're about to go to sleep, and she's like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate me as how I'm doing as a wife?
11.
And so he's in his mind, he's like, let's see, Jesus is perfect, so he's a 10. Like he starts trying to rationalize this, and he gave her like a 8.3 or something, or like a 7.4, and it was over. She's like, oh yeah, well you're a 5, He didn't know yet. You're supposed to be like, wow, honey, you've broken the scale.
There's no right answer. Whenever somebody asks you, how do you think, there's no right answer. You got to answer that question with a question. You cannot just give a direct answer to that. You have to say something like, well, what do you think you are? Just out of curiosity. Or when somebody says something that's a little off the wall, I'll say, well, certainly you must have a reason for saying that. Do you mind if I ask what it is? Right? So you're going to elicit the response. Let them answer their own question. In negotiating, I have found if you're good enough with your vernacular, you could get somebody negotiating with themselves, right? And that's where you want them to be. You want them negotiating with themselves. So you're like basically out of the conversation, and that's the conversation that you need to have with your wife, is get her answering her own questions so you don't get in trouble.
Or, come on, we have to do the or. We have to,
of course,
right? The or is, like, how can we take that and say, because you're transparent. That's what I love about you. That's what it is. You're transparent. You're willing to say, look at the stupid thing I did.
Yeah.
Right?
It's endearing, Dave.
But I think it's like it draws people in.
I'm kidding.
Right? I love it.
No, it's right.
I love it. So you do that, right? But like, how do we get to the point where we can be honest with our wives?
Yeah.
He doesn't know he's not.
I don't know. I've never done it before. No, you can. You can.
Because it sounds like you guys really do. You guys are at that point where you can be honest. And you can buy the shovel to have fun, even though she cried and you didn't think that would happen.
I didn't think it would happen. I think so when somebody says, for one thing, it's a loaded question. When somebody says, how do you think I'm doing with this? You're really, you're already in trouble when that question comes out. So in a way, I really do think you have to say, well, where's the genesis of this question coming from? Why do you think you need to ask me this question in the first place? So where's it coming from? What's the real heart of the matter here? And so because a lot of people, what we're going to do is we're going to have these facades that are up.
Yeah.
And they're meant to hide what we think are our weaknesses, our shortcomings, the things that we're not good at. We're never going to be good at it. And why did God curse me with this shortcoming? Because it's obvious to everybody. And so a lot of those questions come out of that nature. And so as a husband or a spouse in general, I think it's our duty to kind of uncover those things. So we can say, look, are you the perfect wife? Am I the perfect husband? No, I'm never going to be the perfect husband. But that doesn't mean we don't love each other, that we're not going to build each other up. And really what I want to do is I want to build my wife up. I love my wife. I want her to know I love her.
Is she here?
I love you, honey.
She's here. LaVon?
I don't know if she's here.
And you're saying it anyway. That proves you really.
But I want her to have the confidence to know that, she's going to make mistakes. It's all right. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I'm not saying, well, that meatloaf was burned. Updating my Match.com profile. See, that's all it took.
Getting a lot of hits.
And I think a lot in the society that we live in, I think a lot of people live on that edge. It's like the next shoe is going to drop, and it's going to drop on my head. And so, really, those questions, even though we tend to kind of brush them off and everything, they're coming from someplace.
But we as men do the same thing.
Yeah, I know I do.
Yeah. This happened on Monday. How much time do we have? I mean, I have
Take
no
it
idea.
away, man. No, go ahead.
So on
Thursday's work.
On Monday, our lawnmower broke. Our wheel of our lawnmower literally just fell right off one day, right? And my son cuts our grass. He's 16, and so I had to buy a new lawnmower and get it shipped. And so I'm waiting for it to be shipped. So my wife's probably watching at this point, so I have to tell the whole story now. The whole story is, while we were on vacation, I was supposed to call and order it. I forgot. Mm-hmm. So Saturday, we're driving back from North Carolina, and my wife says, so when's the mower supposed to get? And I was like,
Any dinner?
I forgot.
Well, let's find out.
So I immediately get it ordered, and it's supposed to take 5 to 7 days. So I'm like, well, we have to somebody come cut our grass. So one of the kids in our small group, their son, he cuts grass, and so I called him and said, hey, can you come over? Yeah, I'll be there Tuesday. Great. So Tuesday at 10:15, he texts me, I'm on my way. I forgot to tell my wife that I told him to come to cut the grass. I didn't tell her I set it up. And so then I text her, I'm like, oh, Luke's going to be over to cut the grass any minute. Well, did you clean up all the poop in the backyard?
Wait a minute. You poop in the backyard?
I know. Isn't that weird? We are a different family.
You don't?
I mean, we're different.
I'm missing something.
We're different.
Okay.
So now I have to. I immediately feel inadequate.
Yeah, honey, could you go out and no?
Right? Like I didn't. How could
Yeah.
I forget?
Yeah.
Why didn't I think that far in advance? Right? And so I think we as guys we struggle with insecurities, but we don't like to say that because we're guys.
Right.
We just shoot stuff from the tank to make ourselves feel more secure.
It does feel good when you shoot something.
It
from the
does.
tank, too.
So I think that we struggle with insecurities or whatever. I'm not saying that that's what your wife was struggling with, but
Oh, speaking of Dave's wife, here she is.
yes.
Levon Szafranski says if there had been earrings in the shovel, it would have worked.
See? Another one of my shortcomings.
I totally didn't realize she was here when I did that.
I should have.
He loves
yeah.
you, Levon. He didn't know you were here. Did you hear this guy? He got at least 5 brownie points for that.
I should have anyway. I don't know if I will. I have a lot of ground to make up. I realize that I put my wife through a lot, especially early in our marriage, because I was building a business. I was doing all these things, and so I think I owe her like 10 straight years of husband perfection.
Whoa. She's watching. Did you not hear me say
Well,
that?
she knows it's not going to happen.
Oh, okay.
She's still got this raw material to work with. So, but I agree that we want to cover our inadequacies. We don't. It's very difficult to be real, and I think that's why, especially in a men's ministry, you need a mentor. You need somebody who could go to you and say, "Hey, look, I saw what happened, and I just want to tell you how wrong you were."
Mm-hmm.
And somebody that you could hear that from. So you got to be able to trust that person. You got to know that person. They got to know you, and somebody that you could learn with.
Yep.
And kind of walking this journey together.
You're wrong, Dave.
And somebody that you're building into. And when you're building into somebody, you get this sense of responsibility. Like, I don't want to mess up because I don't want to hurt those people.
Yeah.
I feel a sense of duty, and it's not a sense of duty like where if I don't do this, God is gonna put His thumb on me and crush me. It's not how our God works. But it's good to have that sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
That I want to build into this person. I don't want to let them down. I just don't want to let them down. I don't want to let my family down. And so that mentor, it all works.
Mentorship is beautiful when it's done well.
Yeah.
So Theola stops by every day. You know Theola, she's a senior saint, and Jannelle loves saying hello to her.
How do you say her name in Spanish?
Theola.
Wanda. Where is Wanda?
We'll get to Team Jannelle here in just a minute, but she said, and she's referring to your shower move with the cold water. Good morning, all. She said, I had siblings that did stuff like that, but my husband, never.
You know why? He's probably afraid of her. That's why. You'd probably punch him right in the nose. My wife would now.
Michael said, after 23 years of marriage, my wife still has to remind me occasionally that a joke is something that is either two sophomores or only for guys to get.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I know Mike.
Oh, you know Mike?
Gonzaga. Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Look, he's like you. He has lots of consonants in his last name.
I got the whole alphabet in my name.
YZN is how his starts. You're S.
SZA.
I always think there's an F at the beginning.
There isn't. Okay?
It's at the middle.
It's in the middle.
What?
Yeah.
And so Levon knew what she had to start spelling when she married you. Was her maiden name easier?
Oh, yes.
It's like Johnson or something, or Smith?
Maisie. Maisie. Mazey. She went from Maisie to like the whole alphabet.
Although
like thrown against the wall. Let's see what happens.
Maisie
There's
to
my name.
Szafranski is not that big of a move, I guess. There's a ski, and they're kind of E.
It's a lot.
Adrian dropped in with only one comment. Hashtag Team Jannelle.
Who's that? Who's Jannelle?
I don't know, but I think I'm going to change, Adrian, this love symbol we have here. Let's see what else we have available. Where is it? Oh, look at the angry one.
Yes, do it.
Oh, Adrian, yeah, you're on the wrong team, so we're going to give you an angry symbol. How do you like that? No doubt Kelly will likely change it as I scroll past.
What about that emoji where it's like green and it's kind of throwing up?
The throwing up one?
Yeah, can you do the throwing up one?
Yeah, I can reply.
You
I
can't?
think I can. Here, hold on.
In the reply.
Oh, they're all there. They're
Hold
all
on.
there.
Wow.
This one's for Adrian.
There it is, there it is.
Which one? This one, right? A little more gentle?
Yeah, go
That's not.
gentle.
Yeah, that's holding it back still.
Oh.
Because we've learned.
That's like your
That you
kid in the
hold
back
back.
seat when you're looking for the exit, right? Hurry up! Your kid's gonna go any second. We were driving to Florida once, and our kid Jake is in the back seat, and he says, "Hey, I'm a little car sick." He's like 6 or 7. I'm like, "Hey, we're almost to the hotel. Wait a minute. Can you wait a minute?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm just, I'm a little car sick." The next thing was like Niagara Falls. Oh my gosh!
There's this,
Everywhere.
there's this thing with my kids where I grew up. My mom trained me that when you have to throw up, you go in the bathroom and you aim it in the toilet, so we don't have to clean this up. My kids have this thing where it's like, this moment, feeling great. This moment, I'm throwing up everywhere, and I can't control it. No matter how old they are, it's like, what are you doing?
It's like they ran to the carpet. They get the carpet involved too, right? I mean, could you not? There's a kitchen sink.
There's something. There's a
There's
bucket.
outdoor.
At least the hard floor.
Yeah, a
At
garbage,
least.
something. You're near, so open the window.
Just puke
Because
someplace
you
easy.
feel it coming on.
You do.
So
have
run.
to.
Run somewhere.
Dad, I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to happen. How did you not know? I've been through this. I know.
I vomited before. Yeah. I
I've been
know.
around for a while. Mike said a lot of testosterone today. Yeah.
We're gonna go pump some iron after this.
I don't, Mike. He does.
Every once
Pump
in a while.
iron?
He's
Me?
a big dude.
I like the
Me?
No, you are not. He is. You and I are not big guys. He's a big dude.
I'm just not flexing faster.
He'll amaze you.
It's the
He'll
shirt.
rip
The shirt's
stitching
big.
right out
The
of
shirt's
that thing.
big.
In fact, Adrian, even though she's on Team Jannelle, said, nice shirt. She's trying to get me to change the response in the emoji. I won't, by the way. It is a nice
She
shirt.
had her chance to get a good emoji, and she ruined it.
She did ruin it.
Yeah.
And she said that I love you anyway, Brian. Hashtag Team Jannelle. That's like saying I love you, but.
Oh, that's a totally butt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
is.
Not gonna work here.
It's supposed to be I love you anyway, Brian. Period. Heart emoji. Hashtag Team Brian. That's what we.
If she were a guy, she'd say, "I love you, man."
Yeah. So we are going to change. Kelly did the ha ha emoji. That's inappropriate. We're doing the angry.
Totally inappropriate.
Adrian gets an angry emoji.
So
for that
she
one.
goys back behind you and fixes.
I
Kelly,
just try to be sweet.
Kelly's in the
That's-
corner. You can't see her because
You can't see
she's
me.
in timeout right now.
I am. Really am.
And see,
Yeah.
And it's for a good reason. We can't tell you
I
why,
know.
but she's in
I'm a
timeout.
rebel.
She goes back and changes all of your work, essentially.
David has figured this out a long time ago. Not only is he Team Brian, but he's created his own hashtag that he uses regularly.
No way.
He said, Brian is the man. Hashtag Team Brian worldwide.
Oh,
Notice he has a love from Kelly on that.
Yes.
I'm leaving it. In fact,
Jannelle didn't have a worldwide
no.
team. It was just Team Jannelle.
Her region's very small. She's only got regional love. What we should give him an emoji for that. What kind of emoji should we give him? I don't want to get creepy and give him the 2 hearts in the eyes thing.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
No, the sunglasses with the half smile.
Oh.
Am I seeing that?
To the right. To
I
the
see
right.
a
To the right.
monocle.
To the right.
Down,
Down. Down.
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah, there it is. A monocle would have been fun, but we're
Why
doing
don't they
that.
have bearded emojis?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think we're persecuted.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just thought of that. There's no bearded emoji. I don't like that. We need to
object.
create one. How do you create an emoji?
Dude, I can hardly talk on the radio.
There's
I don't know.
probably a process, a submission
Do
process.
we need to submit that to the what are they called? The consortium, the Unicode consortium?
I don't know.
Anything. I need a consortium.
I know this. They're probably socialists.
Probably. So, John, my good friend John Missenheimer, who listens to us, he's a math professor, which is why he loves me.
Because you're math.
I'm obviously, I exude
Acumen.
mathematics.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a great last name too, by the way.
Yeah, in fact, what I found out before, I assumed his middle name was Jacob. It's not. So
Why did you think it was Jacob?
John Jacob
Jacob
Missenheimer
Oh,
Schmidt.
yes.
And when he first got, see, guys love this stuff. Jannelle didn't laugh when I said that.
She just moved us on.
She was like,
there's a question here we got to answer.
John loved it.
We don't.
And he texted us the other day. He said, hey, John, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. And then I was like, oh, I love that guy. I know that guy.
Yeah. You
He's
think
got a-
that's the first time he's ever heard that?
He said it was.
You've been living a sheltered life.
I know. My wife's maiden name is Leach. And I, see, you already chuckled. And I said to her, I said, you must have gotten a real hard time in high school. She goes, no one said anything. I'm like, what kind of people did you go to school with?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you,
Leach.
you've had a field day with that.
No wonder your name is Leach. You're just sucking the life out of me right now. Right? Can you hear that in an argument? I have no life left.
Hey, what's going on, fish bait? So, John Jacob Missenheimer Schmidt has a question here. What's the proper way to balance a portfolio when your planned allocations get unbalanced? How often should you rebalance? Is this for me, John? I'll defer to Dave on this, John.
Yeah, that's a really good question because right now, with the way technology is performing, if you have a technology allocation in your portfolio, which you should have, it is far outpacing everything else. And so I love to sell winners. You never go broke taking a profit. And so take some profit.
Did you make that up?
I
don't
might
think you
have.
did.
I don't know. People
I
have
don't.
probably been saying that for 1,000 years. But so I would look at it on a quarterly basis. And when I run, so we do these models and we run them backwards, right? So we say, okay, here's everything that happened. If we had done this, what would have happened? And if you rebalance too quickly, you really nip a good run in kind of the bud. So you want to give it a little leash. I would say quarterly. If you're more aggressive, I would do it semi-annually. But coming into this year, it was a big rebalance year. And some people were kind of hesitant to do it. They're like, well, everything's going so great. Why would we do that? Because everything's going so great. That's when you do it. So quarterly, in a normal process, semi-annually if you're a little bit more aggressive. I love technology stocks. One thing about the pandemic that has been proven out is that technology is really important. We're going to church in technology.
100%, yeah.
We're doing Zoom meetings. We're doing all these online meetings. We've got Microsoft Teams. We've got all these different apps that we use, and it's only going to get more important as time goes on. So when we get a vaccine, which we're going to get, or everybody's going to get the virus, one of those two things is going to happen.
Yep.
But this time next year, I feel 100% confident that we're out of this, okay? So there's going to be some reset where we go back. People will be going back to their offices. But some of this technology implementation is going to live on. I have a friend that's a missionary in Italy. Vince, he's listening, I'm sure.
Vince? Ah.
Yeah.
Ciao, Vince.
Before this, it was really hard to get people in Italy to go to church. Well, Italy had it really bad. Italy basically shut down the country.
Yeah.
And people are searching, and online, they're going to church. So God is using this in ways we can't comprehend. It is a hassle. We don't want to see people get sick. I don't want to be cavalier about it. I don't want to see people die. But God still uses this, and we have to be looking for those opportunities because they're out there.
Yep.
Definitely out there.
Important comment coming in from Marcy. She said, let's not forget Brian's great veins. Are you familiar with this?
No, what does that mean?
I am.
Shall we show him the video?
Now there's I have a theory. If your arms are this big, right, and your
I wasn't
veins
watching.
have to
Did you
be
go
big
like
on
this?
those arms.
Did you go like this? Is that what you just did?
Yes.
I wasn't watching.
Yes. So of course his nickname in high school was Noodles because he wore a short sleeve shirt.
No.
For real?
It was Stud, I believe. I mean, I didn't hear them. They didn't say it to my face, but everyone's like, Stud.
Stud muffin.
Others would just say handsome, you know. Here it is.
Is this going to be a long time?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm right here at the Cuyahoga Valley Church donating blood right now.
The lady at the told you the best
Come over here, Pastor.
I believe you have the red shirt and the lanyard.
Oh, yes, I do.
And I've got some amazing news for you. I've won an award today. This is only passed out once a day.
Correct.
Work with me on this.
I'm
Once a
working.
day.
Yes.
She's actually taking my blood right now, so she's very focused.
Focused.
So tell them what award I got, if you would, please.
The best veins in the world.
I mean, the world. It's
world.
been amped up already. Wow. So another reason to donate. Sorry if you do
See,
not win this award.
that's what she's
That
talking
goes right
about.
along with Team Bryant Worldwide.
Yeah. Best veins in the world.
Yeah.
That is no small thing.
I only compelled her to say the best veins in Ohio. And she cranked it up on her own.
Yeah, I sense a little coaching there. A little pride.
Her smile gave it away, but
For our regular visitors here, they've watched this video, I don't know, 5 times.
Oh, for sure.
Oh boy, yeah. And you only gave her a wow for that, Kelly? Isn't that a heart? I feel like that's a heart.
Oh, okay. You
I feel like
switch.
that's a
Okay,
heart.
there we go. There we go.
Brian's great. So you got that going for you.
Did I ever
Brian,
tell you what
which
happened
is
when
nice.
I went to the so this year I go to the blood drive, and I was hoping that the phlebotomist, they call them, that takes your blood, not lobotomist. I know you think that I had that done. No, I was trying to get them to do it again so I could get 2 years in a row. Totally different person. They weren't exuding the I'm a real fun goof around person when I take your blood.
Mm-hmm.
So I just casually was like, last year, see, I work in radio, you understand. I tried to.
I'm in the media.
yeah.
I'm in. So, what station? I said, last year I was here and I did a video. It was great. She said, I got her to say on video that I have the best veins in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just stopped, kind of like
See if she took the bait. ...
And she was like, oh. I was like, anyway, guess I'm not going to get that again. She let it sit
You
there.
should have dropped this. You should have said, "Look, why do you hate me?
Yeah.
Why won't you help me out?
Don't
here?
you want my blood?
Yeah. Don't you want to be nice to me?
I'm going to stop it from flowing right now, unless you. So
Then I'm going to go invisible."
all right, so that'll about do it for us today. Again, Dave Szafranski, thank you, president and founder of Edgewater Investment Group.
Great stuff today, man.
Thank you.
We're saving the best thank you for last. Thank you as well to Scranton Road Promotional Marketing, for a division of Scranton Road Ministries, for your products like this. That's why it looks so good. It's not just this, it also includes this. ScrantonRoadMinistries.org, ScrantonRoadPromo.org. You can see the links here. Go check them out for your business, your ministry, whatever. And special thanks today for Jannelle Sub, Pastor Scott Lessing, Grace Church, Middleburg Heights. Dave, come on.
Love you.
It was fun.
Man.
You guys are great. It was great. You guys are fun.
Thank you for hanging out with us,
Thank you.
Pastor. How
It
can
was
people connect to men's ministry at Grace or just at the church?
Yeah, gracecma.org. Go to ministries, men's ministry, just a drop down, or just email me, scott.lessing@gracecma.org.
Awesome. All right. Live long and prosper, friends. We're out. Can you do that, Dave?
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah,
Can
exactly.
you do the VW thing though? Remember?
Where you go back and forth?
The old VW
Oh, I can't
commercial where
do
the
that.
guy would say VW.
I think that's too
Can you
old
curl
for
your
me.
tongue?
Which way?
Can
Like
you?
that?
Okay, like that?
Can
Can you do
curl
the
your tongue,
three-leaf
period?
clover?
I can't.
So let's see. Try. Try harder, Pastor.
I can't. No joke. I can't do it.
Could we not get a picture of this?
I
Did we
can't
not
do it.
know to get a picture of that?
Like it stops there.
I
Website?
can't do it. Everyone in my family makes fun of me. Yeah.
Like you're trying. You don't get to that point and stop.
I can't do it.
I thought this was a joke.
Yeah.
Wow. So the pastorate was your only choice then? Is that?